Hey, the Thabreakmasta here, and this is going to be my Blood Sea episode 6 review. So let's just jump right into this episode. Where we left off in the last episode is when Nini-chan was just talking and saying, wow, you know, if these monsters really do exist or something like that, they'll attack me too, right? Ha ha ha. She was just joking around and stuff, and then boom, these monsters are coming. And so Sai has to try to defeat this monster. So the first couple of minutes of this episode is her trying to get Nini away from that monster, because the monster's attacking Nini for some reason and not trying to attack Saya. So it's very interesting. So Saya was trying to protect her the whole time, and it's being so hard because Nina's freaking out and she kept running away, and she almost got hit before, and Saya had to jump in the way to save her again, and then she has to block it to hold it down, and then she ends up getting Saya ends up getting stabbed in the back, so she had to pull that out of her and got Nini to go into the shrine so she could get the sword. When she got the sword, Nini-san ends up getting actually caught with the monster, and she was done. Her head was like inside the monster's mouth, and Sai got crazy, went shotgun mode, and then ends up cutting it, but it didn't save Nini because Nina's head was chopped off. One thing I noted about this episode, it's a really good episode, but there's so many freaking censoring. It's like so much censors. It's ridiculous. I mean, I know it's pretty like violent, but I've seen worse. I mean, I don't know. They didn't really have to censor all that. But yeah, she ends up having her head get eaten off by that monster, and Nini ends up dying. So when she goes to school, before she went to school, that when she sees it dying, she ends up about to cry and stuff. And then what does Saya's dad do exactly? So I'm curious, because he's always gone. So I'm curious what's going on with him. So he ends up coming out of nowhere and he's like, telling Saya to sleep, and she ends up sleeping. So when she wakes back up, she's in her like a night clothes, I guess, and stuff like that. And yeah, she looked cute, but yeah, she was just laying there, and she's like, no, it wasn't a dream, because she ended up having some like a wound on her leg. So she was like, this is not a dream, that actually happened. And then for some reason Fumito was there, and Fumito ends up giving him a coffin, and Fumito's like, don't worry, if something happens, tell me, and you're very important to me, I care about you really a lot and stuff. And then he ended up patting her head, and yeah, so he was gonna end up cooking her some food and whatnot. So she ended up staying home from school that day. So the next day comes, she ends up actually trying to go to school, and her dad's like, you don't have to go to school, but she ended up going anyway. So when she went to go to school, she went there, and Tokizani, I think he might know something. I'm curious, because these people are acting kind of strange in this episode. And I'm curious. I think they might know something, or at least Tokizani does, because he's very odd. He reminds me of Haji in Blood Plus. I feel like he's gonna do something like that. But yeah, he ends up telling Saya, if there's something you want to tell me, you can. I'm here. And so then the class president ends up coming in and he's like, can I interrupt? You get in class, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, we're glad to see you here, because after Nini was gone, Nana was gone too, and so we were wondering what happened to you too and stuff, and people were wondering about that. And so when they got to sit down, the teacher came in. She just started trying about to teach and everything, and the side head starts hurting because she ended up seeing some stuff, and not like talking in her head. It's very interesting, like kind of confusing. I'm curious what's going on with her. And then the teacher, I don't know why they let the kids go to school and then let them leave. Like, it's stupid, because they went to school there. Class just started, but they said, oh well, now we get we have. Police were saying you don't have to go to school or anything like that. We'll inform you if you had to go to school tomorrow. So just go home today. So what was the point of them going on? What was the point of them going there? It made no sense. But yeah, when everyone was leaving, Saya was about to go, because she actually had her sword the whole time too. By the way, she actually had she was holding her swords just in case, because something could happen, because they're attacking in the daytime too. So it's very interesting. So before she was about to leave the classroom, the teacher's like, hold on a sec, and she's like, be careful, okay? And then she has like the weird look on her face, and I'm wondering she's one. I think she knows this stuff's real, but I wonder what kind of association does he have with this? Because I'm curious what's going on with some of these characters now. I want some answers getting here, but we are getting some good action, some good stuff going on right now. So as she was kind of walk home and everything like that, she was hearing this weird voice, and she's like, what was that? And then she seen that dog, and she's like, nah, no, it can't be. So she just kept on walking, and then the dog's like, oh, what can't be? And she's like, Oh snaps! So the dog was like, "Who did you promise this to?" Because she said she promised to protect her friends and stuff. And she's like, and the dog's like, "Who you promise this to?" and stuff like that. And then Nano ends up coming, and she's like, first I was like, "Oh neat," and then she's like, "Oh, okay, never mind, Nano." And then Nano's like, "How do you know it's me, huh? If I wave my hair in a certain way, you can't, no one ever really tells that. So how can you possibly know? Saya, tell me, tell me." And then this shadow comes out of her, and then it ends up killing a bunch of people all of a sudden. That's why all that stuff got censored. And it's like, what the heck? And then Saya's like, "Get the heck off me," because it started choking her, and she didn't even know what was going on. And then she had to get away from her, and she's like, and then I was like, "Why are you being like this? You're so mean." And then yeah, then that whatever that thing was, taking control over her. And so Saya had to end up fighting it, but that thing was killing like a bunch of people around there. So everyone ended up leaving. There was no one there at that point because everyone was basically dead. So it's Saya versus Nano. Nano got, they were fighting, and Saya ended up getting actually caught by this thing, and and looked like she was about to die because she got jacked up. So she ended up getting suckered in, almost getting eaten like all the rest of the people that got eaten that by the Elder Barns. And so when she got inside, she saw Nano in there trapped on a web, and for some reason when she went to Shining Gun mode or what, red eye mode, she ends up cutting Nano too. So I mean, she ended up killing her basically because she loses her sanity, I guess, when she's in that form, and then she ends up killing Nano, and then it ends up freeing her out of that Elder Barn that ate her. So she ended up coming out of it, and a bunch of blood all over the place. So I'm curious how they're gonna explain this one in the next episode with people dying and all that blood on the ground. So I'm curious what's gonna happen. And it's just like, dang. So she ends up reawakening out of that mode, and she's like, "Oh my God, Nini's dead, and Nano's dead too." And her like our leg was on the ground, just like, dang. And that dog ends up coming, he's like, "You gotta wake up, Saya." And it's just man, it's just like I said, this, and that was basically the end of the episode. And I'm just like, this episode was really good. I just want to get some more answers, some questions answered. But nonetheless, it's a really good episode, and I recommend you guys watch it. If you haven't watched the episode, go watch it. Come back and leave a comment. If you have, leave a comment on what you think of this episode. And rate me, because I love rates. I always reply to your comments, by the way. Also, subscribe to my channel. And until then, it's been the Thabreakmasta. Blood Sea episode 6 review. Break out.